Welcome everybody to my latest video. Now, if you watched one of my last videos where I showed you my Sega Astro City, and if you listened carefully, I told you guys that I had, in addition to that cabinet, I also purchased another cabinet. And this video I'm just going to basically show you the cabinet that I got. So the next addition to my game room is right here, and what we have is Virtua 2. Now, it's an overall okay condition. It does need to be cleaned up, but one thing is, when I got this, I kind of broke one of my own rules when it comes to purchasing arcade games. And what I suggest is that you always try the thing out so you know what you're getting into. Well, this was for sale, and it was going for $100. And I came along, and before it could get sold, I offered the owner $150. The monitor was on, so I saw that at the very least it had a good monitor and a good board. So I paid $150, got this thing home, decided to officially check it out. I powered it on, and I inserted some credits using the service button. Or actually, I didn't insert credits, I set the game to free play. So I'm going to try it on, and I'm pushing the one-player start, and nothing's happening. I push the two-player start button, that worked. So I start playing, and I'm using the gun, and nothing. It's completely firing blank. So I calibrate it through the settings, still nothing. I can't get the gun to shoot anything. So I'm thinking, great, I could possibly have a useless cabinet other than the monitor. So, let me just give you some more footage here. So I decide, okay, I'm going to have to figure out what's going on here, because I calibrated the gun over there and still can't get anything. So the first thing I did is I worked on this button. Luckily, this wasn't too big of an issue. All that happened is that the little cherry switch, or the leaf switch, whatever you want to call it, it wasn't hooked up to the button. So when you were pushing this, you weren't getting any signal to the board. So I just hooked that up and restarted the cabinet, and this one was working. So restarted it, it was working. I go to use this gun, nothing. I'm getting worse than that thing. I calibrate it, still nothing. So I'm thinking, great, I possibly have a Virtua 2 with two bad guns. Now normally someone would probably go out and buy some more guns, which you could get. They're not too expensive if you look hard enough, but it's not exactly cheap either to have to replace two guns. Well, all I did is I actually took apart the guns, and I don't know if you can focus in, but you see that lens right there? Both of them were really dusty and dirty. So all I did was took them apart, took each of those lenses off, cleaned them, got all the dust off, put it back together, powered on the cabinet, calibrated both guns again, and voila, both guns were working. So this went from possibly being a useless cab to being a fully working cab. I'll give you a look on the other side. So as you can see, it's not, the best looking cabinet. It does have some damage, no biggie. T-molding needs to be replaced. I'll eventually do that. Definitely needs a scrubbing. This thing looks like it's spent its lifetime in an actual arcade and very little home use. But overall, I'd say it was pretty good. So let me go ahead and power this thing on so you guys can see it working. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there you are. It's powered on. Got a little reflection glow going here, but you can see that the monitor is working, and it's pretty good. I will eventually replace the guns, and the reason is because these guns are almost trashed. See, it's got a big old crack here. No biggie. And same thing right here, you got a crack going across. Not quite sure what happened, but you know, I will eventually have to replace the guns. The bulb is burnt out on this button right here. You can see this one's flashing, but they do both work. You can see right there. See, both of them work. But overall, a pretty good addition. I'm glad everything turned out good, because you know, I would have been kind of pissed off to spend $150 for, you know, nothing but an empty cabinet, so to speak. But the monitor works good. The guns are functioning. Everything works good. So there you go. My latest addition to my garage game room, Virtua Cop 2. And I just thought of something right now. You know, I have a lot of cabinets. Some are in storage. I'm getting rid of the ones that are in storage, or most of them, because I just don't play them anymore, and I might as well sell them and get some money. But in my house and in my garage, I have mostly Sega stuff. I have Star Wars Trilogy, Outrun 2, Crazy Taxi 3, High Roller. I have my Sega Astro Cab, and now I have Virtua Cop 2. So it's kind of a coincidence that a lot of the games I'm keeping in my actual house are Sega. But oh well, you know, they're fun games. What can you say? So there you are, Virtua Cop 2. It's been added. This one's probably not a keeper. Once I get bored of it, I'll sell it and get something else. But here you go. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.